Today, we're talking all about summertime event ideas for your youth ministry.
Hey, welcome to the Ministry Coach Podcast, where we give you not only information, but actionable steps for implementation. My name is Jeff Lascola, and this is
Kristen Lascola.
And today we're going to give you a whole bunch of summertime event ideas for your youth ministry.
Yeah, maybe you've hit the middle of summer and you are out of creative ideas of how to keep the momentum going. Because we all know summer is such a great opportunity to build that relational capital. So,
which also would imply don't take any breaks during summertime.
Don't take any breaks. In fact, this is the busiest I have been, I think, all year.
Maybe that's why people take summer times off.
Well, with ministry, I mean, like, it has not slowed down. People are out of school. People are looking for things to do. And what we're doing now is going to build the momentum for the school year. If you want to have a super awesome fall, you have to have a super awesome summer. So not that everyone's going to be there. People are on vacation. Attendance changes. We know attendance will continue to fluctuate until school starts, but that doesn't mean that we can just, sit back and not do anything, because this is such a great time to get something. You have your new class and get them totally invested in what you're doing. So here's a few ideas for you guys if you feel like you've hit a wall. So number one is an all-nighter.
Your favorite.
Hate even saying it. Or an overnighter, or an all-overnighter. That's my favorite. And we've talked about that before. Summertime's a great time to do it. So I like doing an all-overnighter.
Well, explain each one. I think most people know what they're about.
So an all-nighter is when you go out all night. You guys don't sleep at all. You're going from event to event to event to event, and parents pick up and nobody slept, and it's terrifying. An overnighter is usually what I think most churches call a lock-in.
Yeah.
And so that's when you're at the church the whole time and you guys eventually do go to sleep. I have combined the two and created the all-overnighter, to where we do go out, then we end up back at the church for a movie and some pizza, and then we do go to sleep. So I like the combination of the two. But I am up for a good summer overnighter at the church, or lock-in with lots of fun summer games mixed in, summer treats. You could get a snow cone machine, do root beer floats, kind of theme it like a tailgate party or something cool like that, or maybe a luau and get it, Hawaiian and with the shave ice and stuff. So stuff like that. It's a perfect opportunity because people aren't in school. Also, one thing we do that I love is we do a beach day. So in addition to our regularly scheduled programming, so we have our youth group that continues on Tuesday night. Like Jeff was saying, not the time to take a break. Don't cancel your midweek program for the summer. Big mistake. Just muscle through the low attendance. It will be worth it. Your momentum will keep building. Instead of starting from scratch in September, you're building whether you realize it or not. So in addition to that, we do Thursday Beach Day every single week. And that's just one more opportunity to hang out, which is very easy. We just go down to the beach from like 11 to 2. We have an easy up. I bring a cooler of drinks sometimes, and the kids come. Their parents drop them off. Some of their parents stay. Bonus, you get some FaceTime with parents to get to build that relationship a little bit. And we walk down and get ice cream, and kids pack a lunch. We boogie board, jetty, all of it. And it's so easy. You don't have to plan a program for it. It's like, here we are, want to hang out? And they do. They really do. It's a really great extra non-programmed relational opportunity. And who doesn't love to go to the beach? So much fun.
Well, if you don't have a beach nearby, what if you're in the middle of the United States?
Well, if there's a lake near you, that would be a really great idea. Or if you have a pool, or maybe there's a key person at your church that's willing to let kids come over, maybe not every week. That might be a little bit much to be a guest, but maybe like your once a month beach or pool day or something like that would be a great idea. Another idea, kind of similarly, but this is where you hold your program add an outdoor space every week instead of at the church. So that's what our high school ministry does. We have this family at our church that has this beautiful property that just begs for outdoor events, and it is like gorgeous. And so instead of meeting at the church, they just like maximize the summer vibes, and they meet it's like a lawn, and they bring out the games and cornhole and the spike ball, and they barbecue, and they do worship outside, the message outside. They don't do small groups, but you totally could. It's just a way to make summer feel summer. I spoke there a couple weeks ago, and I was like, this does feel like summer. I felt like I was like the youth pastor from, what was the Shark Bite Girl movie? Soul Surfer.
Shark Bite movie girl.
Because in that movie, the youth pastor, they were like outside doing youth group in this like little palapa or something. And that's how I felt. It just like had such a cool summer vibe of like, wow, like
minus the shark bites.
Yes, there was no ocean, but it was so like nostalgic and fun.
It's light out a lot later, so you can kind of take advantage of that and go a lot longer.
Yeah,
or at least play outdoor games longer and things like that.
The only challenge I thought is it might be hard for a visitor who's expecting to show up and be at the church. For that, I usually put signs up on the doors when we change location kind of abruptly and say, we're still meeting. Here's the address. Here's a phone number if you need to call or text somebody, but this is where we're at. Hope to see you.
Another option is you just don't do it the same night. If it's like a one-time thing, you don't do it the same night as your normal youth group. You do it maybe on a Friday or a Saturday. And that way, if you're willing to take on an extra night.
Yeah. Well, the point with this one is just like, hey, let's take our program and just change it up. Change the location.
I'm just saying if you want to do the same way you guys do.
I'm just saying you can't.
Since you do beach days on a different day, this could be something separate too.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, do what you want. Don't listen to this one.
Don't listen to him. All right. Here's one of my favorites. And this one, the name of my youth group is called Chaos. We call it Super Chaos. And all it really means is we extend our program by an hour. And the kids love it. So our program goes 6:30 to 8:30. We just tack on another hour, and parents pick up at 9:30 instead. And that whole extra hour is games and treats. And they love it. And I didn't realize how much they loved it because I'm like, it's just an extra hour. Here's why they love it. Because
treats, so that's probably enough.
Games. And like they just want to hang out longer because usually, because our program is so packed, it's like I try to allow some time for hangout in there, but by the time we have small group and worship and message and game and all these things we have to get done, hangout time is probably the shortest amount of time we get. So that extra hour, it's like they get out of their small group and they get to see everyone all over again, get back in the games. We have like usually something like cotton candy, like get something a little more exciting. Like we'll rent a cotton candy machine or do something like that for $1. And they ask me for it all the time. They'll be like, when do we do that late night one? Our program used to be 7 to 9. And so the extra hour made it till 10 o'clock. And so they would like that even more because they like to stay out late. But they ask me all the time when we're going to do it. We only do it once a year and they get super excited. I don't know about your students, but my students, when there's an opportunity to be at church, they will take it. If the doors are unlocked and the lights are on and we say you can come in, they'll be there. Yeah. They want to be there all the time. So another one is a summer finale. And so the way I do mine is I do chaos at the beach. And so sort of like moving locations like we were talking about before, we have our summer finale at the beach. So same thing. It's a Tuesday night. Instead of meeting up the church, we're down at the beach. We play Kajabi Can. Favorite game, but we usually can't play it at the church because we don't have grass or sand or anything at our church. But basically what you do is some people put a trash can in the middle. I've played that way. I put a giant yoga ball on the sand, and then we have a whole girl round and a whole guy round. And so basically you get ropes and you
not the end of them,
fairly thick ropes,
like 3/4 of an inch or more. Okay.
And then you knot both ends of it so that it becomes like a handle for two people to hold. So like Jeff and I would hold one side, he would hold the other, and all of our friends, and we basically make a
Big
circle holding the ties. And the object of the game is to get other people to hit the ball, like so you kind of whip them into it, or to let go of their tie. So if they let go and the other person's still holding it, obviously, you know, they're the ones who let go, they're out. Or if any part of their body touches the ball or whatever you have in the middle, they are also out. So you can understand it does get a little rough. That's why I like to have a girl round and a guy round. And that's why I like to play on sand. So we do this at the beach. We've also played it on grass. That is the second best option. It's still, the ground is still pretty hard. I've had kids launch and get the wind knocked out of them. So I think sand is the safest bet. So that's what we do at the end of summer, right before school starts. We do hot dogs. We do worship out on the beach. The kids swim. We do s'mores, play Kajabi, and I do like a little Devo. One of my leaders pointed it out the other day. She's like, let me guess, you're going to do the grains of sand one. Because she had been like a leader for like 8 years. And I'm like, do I do that every time? She's like, yeah, every single time you do the thoughts of God toward you. And I'm like, are you saying it's cliche? But it was perfect because you're at the beach and like, look, everyone, look at the sand on your hands, you know. So free sermon for you.
And if you're not near a beach, this could probably also be a lake day or a park day or something like that.
Yeah, we actually used to do a summer park day, and that was pretty fun too, especially if there's like a volleyball net and stuff like that. So I would still do it. Our park regulations got a little stifling, and so we don't do it as much anymore. But yeah, like water balloon launch over the volleyball net, like a volleyball tournament, something like that. So you could do 3D kickball. There's a lot of fun park games that you could do a little barbecue, or order pizza, and just kind of, I think like the point that we're saying is summer is the opportunity to get outside and find creative ways to make it feel relational and kind of kick back and kind of fun and less program like buttoned up, you know, getting out of the building. I think all these ideas are a little easier sometimes to do with high schoolers who drive themselves and do well in a more chill environment. They don't need as much supervision. The younger the age goes, I think the harder it becomes just in terms of supervision. And like sometimes we'll take our kids to the beach. The older ones are fine. And the younger ones, like on our Thursday beach day, will be like, what are we doing? I'm like, what do you mean?
What did you plan for us, mommy?
Exactly. They'll be like, well, are we going to play any games? I'm like, you're at the beach. Go swim. Like, my gosh. Or I don't know. We could throw a football around, but I didn't plan a program. Yeah. But the older kids are like, great. Like they'll go surf, or, you know, they can walk down to the ice cream shop on their own, whatever. So just keep that in mind. The younger you go, just have a little bit more planned and ready to go. The other one you can do, this was Jeff's idea, is a movie night. I personally don't love movie nights because for my students, maybe your students are better, but my students just end up throwing popcorn at each other. Like,
and there's your game.
Yeah. And I spent probably an hour trying to vacuum it all up because it was
so the
insane.
Other option you can do is do it outside, and then the popcorn gets eaten by birds, and everybody
I just felt
wins.
like it didn't hold their attention. But I know a lot of youth groups that do it. Mine were just too like, what's everyone doing? Yeah. Like it just turned into people chatting, which I guess isn't terrible. I mean, but it just didn't feel like this is what we're doing. But if you are going to do it, you can make it cool. Have a little concession stand. Just like sell candy for $1, maybe get a popcorn machine, show it outside, have people bring their blankets, and you could put up some market lights. So you could make it like a fun vibe in somebody's backyard would be ideal. I think we did something like that at our house when we were a little smaller. We didn't show movie, but we did this whole fun outdoor. Yeah. We had a little sermon. So it was great. Here's another one of my favorites, color powder war. Summer is the best time to do it. You could bring it to summer camp I love doing it at camp. We usually do it at our winter camp, but a color powder war is just screams summer to me. Have the kids wear white. We love chameleon color. That's our favorite. The powder is like so fine, it's so vibrant, and they have so many different tools to make the powder last longer and using it in more creative ways, like the color balls and the squirt things. So you could do like teams, you could just do a free for all. But either way, like if you want some awesome summer pictures or footage for your Instagram, just it will create FOMO, and looking back on it, it's always even more fun.
Right.
Like if you have a quick edit of like a fun song and them running around and stuff,
it's so
even more
unique.
fun.
Like how often do you really throw powder at each, it's like and there's all these colors and just loud and exciting. And Chameleon Colors actually was nice enough to give us a discount code. So if anybody goes to their website, chameleoncolors.com, you can use a discount code ministrycoach10. That's Ministry Coach and the number 10, and you get 10% off your order of $100 or more, and they do free shipping on over $50. So that's a really good deal, and I've found that their prices are really competitive anyways. So that's like the icing on the cake right there. So we did a whole video actually on this very recently. Check it out. And we'll link it.
The students loved it. Like the second we were done, they were like, do you have the video? I want to see it. That was so fun. And then they were like, I would do it again in a heart. Like one of our, he's like in college now. He did it with us. And I was like, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming. And he's like, I would go again in a heartbeat. Let me know, please, if you ever do it again, because he loved it.
Yeah, so check out that video. We just basically did best tips for color powder war, and you guys can check that out. So,
all right. And then lastly, a full-on Summer Olympic competition. So this would be great to do if you have access to a cool pool. I mean, check the public pools in your area because they would probably be Olympic length and you could do some fun games. We'll probably end up doing a whole episode on how to pull off a cool Summer Olympic thing with all the ideas and stuff, but that will get the ball rolling for you guys. You could hype it up for a couple of weeks before and get the different teams. You could go by country or animals, or we like to make up super weird ones like Samuel L. Jackson's Birkenstock Hot Pocket Fest. I don't know. I'm trying
That's the name of the event or the team?
The team. And like it'll be like Chuck Norris's unicorn
rainbow champions.
Yeah, like just very off the wall, and they all have weird logos to go with it, and the kids get super excited. So it's youth ministry, like make it silly, or if you want to be like, no, this is serious, like do whatever your vibe is. Obviously, I always like to go with funny and weird, but yeah, so you could hype it up for a couple weeks, and that could be your summer finale, or it could be just to hype up some fun momentum in the middle of the summer and get some cool logos and put it on your social media, get everyone talking about it. And you could have something they could win. You know, that's always great. Like if they win, they get a pizza party, or they get to come over to your house for dinner, kind of whatever fits your thing. But definitely for something like that, make sure you have a prize. Yeah.
It always makes it more fun when they have something to win, something to work towards.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's, I don't know how many it was, 8, something like that.
A bunch.
So whether you guys are planning something for this year to end the summer with a bang, or if this is something that you are watching or listening to and you want to plan something for your summer, make sure you put some of these on your calendar because you don't want to miss the opportunities available in the summertime.
Yep.
All right. Well, we have no question of the day. Sorry, but we do have a community comment, and I will get it.
I have a question.
What?
What's your favorite ride at Disneyland, Jeff?
Oh, probably Incredicoaster. Or Space Mountain. What about you?
I guess Space Mountain.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right. This is from Kiana Ashley, who says, I love your channel. I just became the new youth director at my church. Congratulations. We used to do a lot when I was a kid, but now the youth group is non-existent. So I'm basically starting from ground zero. I'm nervous, LOL. We haven't started the youth group back up yet, but your videos are really helping me plan and visualize this new group.
Awesome.
Do you allow people to visit your youth nights? I would like to. Yes, absolutely. Just make sure you reach out to us ahead of time.
Yeah. Or
the security guards will meet you at the
Who
front.
are you? What do you want? Yes, we've had youth pastors visit. It's super fun. Let me know. Email us. We'll set up a schedule.
Set up a schedule.
We'll set up a time that works with your schedule, my schedule. But yes, we would love to have you. Come on down.
Well, thank you, Kiana. So yeah, come check it out. Just make sure you email us at ministrycoachpodcast@gmail.com ahead of time so we can set that up.
So we can roll out the red carpet.
That too. Yeah, no, paint the roses red so that we're like, oh, everybody on your best behavior.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, seriously.
No.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time. And today we're going to give you a whole bunch of summertime event ideas for your youth ministry.
We are. That was a good one.